Welcome back on Dynamod. Today I want to propose you a video about a tutorial about how to create ethereal faces. This is quite similar to the Munch Scream as painting, but it's a nice way to personalize your miniatures so that they can seem to have faces screaming coming from inside. So it's something that I suggest you to try if you're interested about. So we can wear the clothes and prepare a bit of Greenstuff, milliput or something else that has a similar role. So we take off a bit of Greenstuff or similar one and we create, rolling on a surface where it doesn't stick on, a sort of ball or oval that then we put, pressing it against the surface in the position that we need, and then we use a tool for sculpting, for example the ones that I use you can find in the description of the box about, and we create a sort of incisions so that we can then enlarge using the tip of such tools so that we can create the mouth and the eyes. We have to pay attention about doing such because we don't have to enlarge them too much, and at the same time we have to have a sort of proportion, so the eyes has to be a bit smaller than the mouth itself, and we have to correct so that using the tools the face itself it's not too much pressed against the surface, because we can do, but if we want to have an effect that it's similar, that the face is going out from that surface, you have to create a sort of little gap of the around the image, like a head that it's going out. Eventually we can correct about this successfully using a bit of Greenstuff and so on, or maybe refining the around so that it's stretching as a sort of texture and so on that goes outside from the surface itself. We have to pay a bit of attention about the eyes. They have to be a bit smaller than the mouth. The mouth can be really in a lot of different shapes. It's better if it's a bit larger and longer as stretched, so eventually you can a lot a sort of playing with such option. And about the contour of the face, eventually you can play a bit creating a nose, for example, but it's something that you have to decide based on the project that you are thinking in your mind about the type of head that you're going to realize. I suggest you anyway to think about how many of such faces you need, because otherwise you have a problem when you need to manipulate the model to create them. Okay, eventually you can also prepare the faces aside and then put on the model, but it will be not so good on certain situations. So I suggest you to think about it and eventually plan so that you can make the material that you use dry and then add the other ones to the places where you need manipulating safely the model itself. And here we can see some result about what we realized. Remember that you have to paint then. Obviously you can make a lot more of them, create a lot of different variation and so on. Here you can see some of the ones that I realized for my evocation diorama that I'll make you see in the future. And as you can see, you can combine with other elements to create something that it's quite amazing in my opinion. So it's something that you can personalize and improve. Obviously this is a simple tip trick, but I find it really quite useful in the case that you want to realize something. Obviously you can try something else, it's not a problem, but this idea, this way to do, it's something that make you approach in a different way such type of improving your models, simply making you understand that you can move from the surface of the model itself. Remember that this video is part of a series of videos related about the project Banshee. So if you're interested about to see the other videos of such series, go to see in the description the playlist about. So from Dynamod it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again.
to the next time.